By now you guys probably know about the community team ATMO Esports. They host competitive events in Star Citizen such as Daymar Rally, Hearst and Hurt Locker, and Stanton 7. If you don't know or haven't heard about them, stick around, I'm about to break down their last event. Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. Fight or Flight is a double elimination bracket knockout competition that teams up 2 pilots against 2 others. Loadouts are issued randomly to the teams before the matches, so it's fair, and this also adds an element of luck, strategy, and it just amps things up. But there's another twist. Combat is done in atmosphere. These events are always a major undertaking led by ATMO Esport with hundreds of hours of planning and collaboration going on behind the scenes. The event occurred last weekend and this was an epic 8-hour stream. Let me break down the event for you, and be sure to follow ATMO Esport on Twitter so that you're able to get the information you need to participate live. The show was hosted by Crucian and Croncy, and they introduced the competition and the competitors. Team Noodle, Team Miss Gabby's, Team Avenger 1, Team Papa Freedom, Team Toretta, Team Zero State, Team Detox, and Team Water Patat. The area was a 20-kilometer radius dome over the surface of Magda at OM6. The team's ships are random each match, but each team ends up with the same 2 ships. You had Arrow, Gladius, Defender, Hawk, Hornet, Delta, Warlock, 325A, Buccaneer, Saber, and Talon. The team fights were selected at random. Winning is good, obviously, but losing very early wasn't a full elimination, as you could still win in later heats and still win overall. The stage was set, the matches were on. Defender against Gladius, Avenger 1 against Papa Freedom, missiles out early and both teams trying to get an advantage. Papa Freedom was taken out despite evasive maneuvering, and the win goes to Team Avenger 1. Next was Toretta against Zero State. Again, missiles out very early with Toby. Shields down on the first pass. Team Toretta was down to 50% in seconds. The 2-on-1 made it very hard for Toretta to land shots, and the results end with a win for Team Zero State. Next we had Detox versus Water Patat, scanning very early, and Water Patat was taken out almost as soon as she was in range by a set of missiles. Detox traded kills, and a minute later got the win. Team Noodle versus Team Miss Gabby's, Mustangs, and Gladius. On command, both teams were off, but both remained very low. Closing speeds were very high, and Noodle was in rough shape with shields down almost immediately. Full defensive and fighting, both teams taking the opportunity to pick and choose. Noodle was down by 1 and then down by 2, win for Miss Gabby's. The eliminated match 1 began with Moist Noodle and Papa Freedom, Arrows, and Hornets. Speed would be a factor as the Arrow would need to hold back. Papa Freedom gained a bunch of altitude on the approach, and Papa Freedom then brought the damage. Both parts of Team Noodle were eliminated almost immediately, win to Papa Freedom. Team Toretta and Team Water Patat were next. At the start, Toretta was fast and low looking for the enemy. Sabers and Hawks, and very quickly, Water Patat was eliminated, leaving a 2-on-1, Hawk on Hawk, neither being able to use the EMP, a win for Team Toretta. After a short break, we were back with Miss Gabby's and Team Avenger 1. Avengers and Buccaneers. Based on the loadout, ammo in this case would be a factor. The Buccaneer is strong but very weak at the same time. Avenger 1 was down a ship, leaving a 1v2, and was then eliminated in a great battle, win for Team Miss Gabby's. Next, Arrow versus Talon, Detox versus Zero State, Super Sneak and Peek. Both teams used the same tactic of scanning, and then a spread of missiles, and then guns. Concentrated fire on Zero State resulted in an exciting fight for both sides, taking equal care to avoid damage. By projecting away, Zero State was able to reset and reassess. On the next pass with fuel running low, the fight went on and on, pass after pass. 2v1 and Detox was taken out. Winner, Team Zero State. Avenger 1 and Toretta, Warlocks and Defenders. Crucian was hoping to see some EMP action, neither team wanting to fly low, and lots of effort on scanning before deciding on the tactic. EMP and then missiles out on Toretta, resulting in his almost immediate elimination. Team Toretta eliminated, win goes to Avenger 1. 4 matches to go to crown the overall winner, Team Miss Gabby's versus Team Zero State, Sabers and Buccaneers. Early on, both teams were playing very safe, with damage being applied to both Buccaneers. Gabby's lost a wingman and went full defensive. Zero State took the opportunity to go full offensive and took the win with a kill. We had Papa Freedom and Avenger 1, which is Buccaneer and Arrow. Papa Freedom kept close to the ground, and Avenger 1 decided to go high and hot. Missiles out very early, but the fight continued for a long dirty fight. Trading damage, Papa Freedom loses his wingman, Avenger 1 with a quick second kill and wins the fight. Second to last fight, Miss Gabby's versus Avenger 1, Talon, and 325A. The team eliminated from this match would still be 3rd place overall. Pass after pass, each team traded blows, but the shields recovered, each team looking for that perfect angle to deliver the pain to the enemy. Miss Gabby's was eliminated by Avenger 1 after her shields were taken out, 2v1, Avenger 1 with the win, and a great fight. The team spoke with Toby and then did a debrief with Miss Gabby's, and then we were on to what could be the final fight. Zero State versus Avenger 1, Warlock, and Gladius. If Team Zero wins this fight, they're crowned the overall winner. Zero, low and fast, Avenger 1 took the position of altitude to find the threat before launching the assault. Team Zero tagged Avenger 1 quickly, but the EMP wrecked Team Zero State on the first pass, eliminated. Now it was 2-on-1, and we would be looking at a bracket reset. There was skill on full display where shields dropped, resulting in quick projection to recover. Team Avenger 1 with the overall win after a second kill. The reset was done, and we repeated the last fight. The winner of this would be the overall champion, Hornets and Sabres. This fight was much more direct, pilots flew directly to the middle, and targets were chosen on the fly. Missiles out and a lot of damage on Team Avenger 1's Sabre. The battle was intense and the hype was real from the shoutcasters. We could hear the teamwork between the pilots. Zero State was tagged too hard and blew up. Now it was 2-on-1, that damage added up and Team Avenger 1 got into position to their advantage and waited to see how this would play out. Avenger 1 with a volley of missiles followed by guns. Team Avenger 1, the overall winner. Team Zero State was 2nd and Team Miss Gabby's 3rd. The show gets better each year with more support from the volunteers, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch the recap. Please look out for ATMO Esports on Twitter to keep tabs on the next event. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Fly safe, and I'll see you at the next one.